Today we reacted to DerekFDB, movies I thought were weird 3, and I'm a big movie guy, so I probably know a lot of these movies, and we gonna see if I have similar thought process, but y'all know what to do. But let's get to the video. Alright, y'all, this is DerekFDB, movies I thought were weird 3, let's get to it. The other ones were cool.
Two things are certain.
Let's see this
Taxes
one is like.
and weird movies.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back
with movies I thought were weird.
He got turned to like a freaking.
If you don't know, this is a series
elephant?
where y'all send in movies on my IG or the comments or the Discord, and if I pick yours, not only do you get a shout out, but I go over your movie with the class. Yeah, sounds like another familiar series, right? Shout out to him. Only rules are we go from
Corey, bro. I see this posted.
Weird to disturbing. And
y'all
gotta try and top what y'all did last time. We good? Everybody got it? Let's go. This first one comes in from Gabriel Penna on YouTube who says, Toy Story? What's Toy Story? I mean, is what I also thought at first. I never found Toy Story. I guess is not in the slightest.
Kind of creepy.
But then I tilted my head and squinted a little, and I can low-key see it. As a kid, it was
I'm gonna let you cook.
You know,
I'm gonna let you cook.
Toys walking around, having their own lives, going on little adventures when I'm not around. That's fire. But when you're grown,
it's kind of creepy.
This is not tough. It'd be one thing if they were openly showing me they were alive, but these dudes are secretive about it just because they think people might freak out or something. That's ridiculous. Of course we gonna freak out. You talking about a gang of creatures that can walk and talk and experience a deep range of emotions and stuff. We see them happy, see them sad. We even see them angry. We saw Woody get mad at Buzz when he was getting more attention from Andy in the first one. In the second one, we see that old fat farmer toy get mad at Woody for trying to mess up his ticket out the toy hood. And in the third one, which is the scariest, we see that Lotso is mad at humans. Y'all understand why that would be a bad thing, right? These dudes can grow to resent us. So imagine if one day I decide I don't want my toys home. That smoke. Which to them is like damn near a death sentence. And these dudes decide in an act of revenge to turn me into a victim of a Toy Story creepypasta or something. Oh God. I wouldn't like that. Or what if it's even pettier than that? I don't know. Mr. Potato Head don't like how I'll be playing with Mrs. Potato Head, so he decides to line both of us. It's talking to.
Hold on, how you playing with her? What do you mean by that?
You don't know. Also, even from the toys perspective, it's just weird. I remember watching a MadPat video back in the day talking about it, and we're pretty much like their purpose. They exist for our amusement, so they have to kind of let us do whatever we want with them. And I know y'all were normal kids for like, you know, the most part, but I need some kids back at elementary that'll make their Barbies and Power Rangers do some weird stuff.
Oh God.
I mean, who could blame us? Curiosity killed the cat. But yeah, it'd be pretty weird if they were alive. This next one comes in from May Ranny. I'm awful. I'm gonna just call you May, who submitted the movie Old 2021.
Oh, I never heard that one.
I already seen this movie before. May here sent it in, and I like it. It's not the best, it's not the worst.
I never heard this one before, actually.
But May is right. This movie is a bit weird. If you never watched it, we follow this not so happy, the parents are divorcing, but still pretty happy family who are on vacation on this unnamed resort
island. Not so happy.
And this island is pretty
freaking
nice. Free drinks, friendly staff, beautiful views. This place is nice.
Sound good.
Or should I say, was. Because apparently this resort was so nice and friendly that this ginger dude, who I think is like the owner or something of this resort, offered the family exclusive access to a private beach as long as they kept it a secret. Yeah, if you're on vacation, don't do this. Don't do anything that wasn't already on your itinerary, okay? That's how you get kidnapped. Even if it's the friendliest looking Spanish dude coming up to you saying, Papi, we have doom buggy. No. I'm good, Papi, I'm good. The family obviously agrees.
I'll be like, keep it a secret.
When they get to this nice, tropical, beautiful beach, that's when stuff gets weird. First, when they get there, they realize that trustworthy ginger fellow from earlier lied. They weren't the only ones on the beach. There's a whole other family, a couple, and a rapper. Secondly, the guy from the family that got invited was obviously racist. Like, I'm not even dragging it, bro. He literally saw a black dude sitting on the beach with them and said, you know what? He's British, by the way. You know what? The side's actually a little hot here. Let's move somewhere else. Ain't even trying to hurt. And thirdly, which might be the biggest deal of all of them, people start dying on the beach. Yeah, first it's a random blonde lady that Mid-Size Sedan was with. If you ask him why I'm calling him that's literally his name in the movie, Mid-Size Sedan. But yeah, her death makes everyone think there's a murderer on the beach. But when the grandma dies, like just straight up dies, like she was laying down and boom, dead, they realize something weirder may be going on.
It's the water.
When the parents go get their kids so they can leave, that's when they finally see it. This beach was making them older. Yeah, this junk is like the hyperbolic time chamber. 30 minutes on this beach is equivalent to a year of their lives. So after 2.5 hours on it, everyone aged like, you know, at least a year.
Dang.
That's the weird part about this movie to me. I don't know about me.
So why his girl died?
Thing. But to me, it's the concept. A beach that makes you age extremely fast. Like,
that sounds cool.
So many questions about that. If time's going fast, how come they not all starving? Would all of them have hot breath because they technically haven't brushed their teeth in years? It's just too many good questions I could ask. But the one that racks my brain the most is, how does it feel? Like, how does it feel to age or become old that fast?
But you don't gotta worry
That's a
about
good
that,
question.
Derek. You're already old, unk.
Oh,
Especially
damn.
for the kids. How would that feel? Like, I imagine physically it would hurt. Your arms and legs
Facts.
going that fast. But mentally, that junk gotta mess you up. Like, they'll still have the mind of a 6
Of a
and
kid,
11-year-old,
yeah.
but they'll be experiencing the hormones and identity
That
crises
dumb in
of
the end?
teenagers and the misery and stress of adults. All in the
Wow.
span of like a soccer game. Oh my goodness, that too. I just thought about it. I thought I had it bad missing my graduation and prom, but in like 5 to
Ooh.
6 hours, these kids gonna be missing
missed my
out on
prom. I had
every
graduation,
single
though.
major experience from middle school to high school and probably some college. I just wouldn't cope with that. But even
That's
excluding
tough.
my deep thoughts, they still got some weird stuff going on in this movie. Like the fact that the 2 youngest kids end up having a baby. A couple hours go by and they go from practically toddlers to teen parents. Like,
Wait,
yuck.
explain how that
But like
happened.
I said, those first 2 movies are only weird if you think about them too hard. This next one's just
What?
weird. This next one comes in from Jake Foxer from the Discord, who not only submitted a movie, but made a special request for me to shout out his dog who sadly passed
man.
away. What if I say no? Nah, I'm just kidding. I lost my
Shout
boy
out Bailey,
Brownie,
bruh.
so I know how you feel. So to show our boy Jake some love, everyone comment down below RIP
R.I.P. Bailey,
I'm
man.
sending you and your family my condolences, my boy. And the movie he submitted was Meth Gator. Come on, Jake.
What? So they
A
have
movie about an
Cocaine Bear
alligator
and
that
Meth
ate
Gator.
So much
Okay.
meth that it grew to 30 feet and now kills people because it wants more meth.
Lord.
Awesome, Pastor. Movies like this just baffle me because it's like script writers, directors.
30 feet?
Were y'all on meth when y'all thought of this? And this isn't the only one of these
Actually,
movies either. This
maybe.
type of movie damn near has its own category. If you don't want to watch Meth
Cocaine
Gator,
Bear.
there's also Meth Crabs, Cocaine Shark, Cocaine Bear, which I heard is the best one, Cocaine Cougar,
Did he just say meth crabs?
Crabs from outer space, and the most ridiculous one of all, Crack-coon. Come on, y'all, Crack.
That's
They
actually
know what they was doing
that's
with
clever.
that last one. What
That's
be
very
blowing
clever.
my mind the most though is these are all actual movies.
Is that how
like,
it looked like?
in length? Like Crack-coon is an hour and a half. An hour and a half of what? Like I know most of these are about just the animal killing people, but bro, what else is there? This next
I would
one
give
comes in from
Crack-coon a try, I ain't gonna
Aura.Tile
lie.
on Instagram, who submitted the movie The Package and says,
Package.
pure trauma I got from watching this. And you want to pass that on to us, right? And this one we follow
I've actually
a group
never
of
heard of this
teens
one.
who are going on a camping trip. And before I even get to the actual stuff,
That's the
let me
different
just
trend of
tell y'all
things.
how weird this movie is from the first 5 minutes. When one of the teens is about to leave his crib and he's
Okay.
saying bye to his family, Korn just starts playing on the TV. No joke. One of his friends' screen mirrors or like connects via Bluetooth or something and starts straight up playing
Oh my
BBW
gosh.
Korn. First few minutes, right in front of his family. So
Lord.
keep that in mind. So yeah, we follow these teens go on a camping trip and
That's
everything's going
L-Vans.
smooth. They set up camp, bust open a few cold ones, and then one of them actually cuts off their piece. Why do y'all send me this stuff? This movie's not about a
He just
camping
keeps
trip
moving on?
at all. It's about a group of teenagers who have to help their friend reattach his Johnson after he cut it off. That's the whole movie.
What?
It's them running around, looking for it, dropping it, and trying to get it back to him in perfect condition.
Does it work?
This is so weird. There's literally a scene where like a venomous snake bites the thing and you know what you gotta do to get the poison out, right? Yeah, I'm done talking about this one. For those wondering though, he did get his Johnson back. He's good. This next one comes in from Sag
At
from
that
the
point,
Discord,
it's
who's been requesting
been
this one
everywhere.
for over a
Probably
year.
dirty.
I'm sorry it took me so long, my boy. I'm sorry. And the movie he suggested was Donnie Darko.
What is this?
Oh boy. This movie, unlike any
That's
of the
an old
ones I've
school
gone
movie.
over before, is weird for its very own reason. Yeah, I've gone over fever dream movies and movies about fools getting intimate with
Sausage
each other.
Party was
but
just
Donnie
really
Darko's
strange. Really
thing
strange.
Is how freaking confusing it is. Like, it doesn't make sense up to the end, but even when the end comes, it's like, what just happened? I'm gonna
Okay.
do my best job at explaining this.
He's
So
from,
if you're confused
what's
at the
his name?
start, don't worry. I got
his name, y'all? The
valedictorian in
actor's name.
kindergarten. This movie is about a high school kid named Donnie Darko, and you can tell by his name, this dude is not normal. Aside from the fact that he might be mentally ill, Donnie sleepwalks and wakes up in random places.
Oh.
He talks back and disrespects his parents. And I'm talking like stereotypical rebellious white kid type of disrespect. Like, get out of my effing room, mom. That type of disrespect. Point is, Donnie
Wow.
is a
Can't
weird
support that,
kid,
man. Come on
or
now.
at the
Respect your
very
mom.
least, interesting. But one
Respect
night,
your mom.
things got a little more
I'm
interesting.
respect
for
it.
Donnie. After being awoken and lured out his crib by the voice of this, you won't even believe it, giant, 6 foot tall, creepy looking bunny rabbit. Yeah, you heard me. Donnie survived what would have been his death when a giant jet engine crashes into his bedroom while he was out. Don't ask no questions yet. And to add to the craziness, Bonnie over here tells Donnie that in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes and 12 seconds.
Damn.
The world will end.
That exact time.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? In a matter of 12 minutes, this movie went from maybe a coming of age movie to perhaps a comedy movie to possibly a thriller / horror movie to now
pretty quick.
an end of the world movie. What is happening? But this old man
a little bit of it all, you know what I mean?
Weirdness, because after this, Donnie starts experiencing stranger and stranger things. Y'all see what I did there? As we get closer to this quote unquote end of the world, and this just makes things more confusing. He starts hearing Bugs Bunny talk to him more often. He sees strange things coming out of people and out of himself. A random old lady comes up to him and whispers stuff in his ear, like, back up. And weirdest of all, he almost whacks it in front of his therapist. What does this have to do with saving the world? When I was watching this, I was just like how some of you are right now. No clue what's going on, just along for the ride. And that's
what's the ending?
Mentioned that Bad Bunny over here was making Donnie do random things like flooding the school, burning this weirdo guy's house down, learning about time travel. What? Ah, my head. Things get so confusing in this movie that people are convinced that Donnie's just schizophrenic and imagining.
Yeah, it sounds.
And honestly, that was my first theory too. Because the longer this movie goes on, the more questions arise. Who is the bunny?
Who is the bunny?
Why is the world connected? What is all this stuff Donnie sees? Why did he make him flood?
Why did I put this on?
Why did he make him burn the house down? And most importantly, why? Why? Was he about to whack it in front of his therapist? Just kidding. The big question is, why does Donnie die at the end? Yeah, he dies. 1 second the world is ending, Donnie is next to his dead girlfriend, and the next, he's back at the beginning of the movie, laughing, and gets crushed by the jet turbine. This junk just gets more and more and more confusing.
So what was the...
It's peak, so I want y'all to understand.
Can someone explain?
So, you know what? I'm tired of explaining with words. I rewrote this script, no joke, like 5 times, and every time I get to the ending, I end up confused. So I got y'all. I found a way to simply explain everything that goes on in this movie, and it's gonna blow y'all minds. How we feeling?
What am I looking at?
I ain't wasting no time. If you couldn't piece it together, which I don't blame you, Donnie Darko is about surprise time travel. Hence why I have this regular universe line right here. It's a regular universe, stable, probably has a good job. I don't have to point that. Point is, pretty much this line was the regular timeline. The regular timeline. Donnie wake up in the mountains, yell at his parents, "Get out of my effing room, mom!" You know, all that stuff. But then there was a glitch in the space-time continuum or something that created an alternate universe, or the tangent universe. All right, y'all following? And this tangent universe is where the entire movie takes place. Boom. That's shocker number 1. But although it's only a little different than the regular universe, this universe is kind of not supposed to exist.
Bunnies in it.
It's unstable, which is why the Energizer Bunny told Donnie that the world was gonna end, because this universe existing was going to create a black hole that would consume the regular one and the tangent one.
Wow.
Y'all still with me? We're making progress. So the only way for that to be fixed was for Frank, who's the bunny, to guide and help Donnie save the world. Which is why he makes him do little tasks like flooding the school, learning about time travel, burning that dude's house down. All that stuff that we thought was just random, or Donnie just being a paranoid schizophrenic, was all according to plan. Well then, what about the ending? Why does Donnie die? Because on top of time travel, this movie is also about self-sacrifice. In order for his main timeline loved ones and universe to be saved, Donnie had to pretty much sacrifice himself and allow that jet turbine from the beginning of the movie to crush him. In turn, killing him, saving the universe, and allowing all the people he cares about to live. But to them, it all just felt like a dream, which is why at the end they're all looking at each other like, hey, I think I know you, even though I don't. So, did that make sense? Yeah, if you ain't get it, I'm not gonna lie, I can't explain it more. Like, do I get it? Some Attack on Titan time loop, but just a little more complex.
I get it, but what in the world?
A movie weirder than Donnie Darko.
I don't think that exists.
Than a meth-powered alligator. Okay. Something that might be even weirder.
I don't think nothing's weirder
from the last
weirder than what we just witnessed, bro.
Nothing's gonna beat that
Tusk.
Good Boy movie. Yeah. That is, yo, bro. The whole concept is mad weird. Man.
Yeah,
it is, bro.
Good Boy is kind of, it's pretty creepy, bro.
Sure about that? This last one comes in from Rob Root 01.
I do know about Tusk though. I never watched it for full though.
I couldn't get me to do Human Centipede, so y'all sent me Tusk, huh? Y'all think y'all clever? If you've never seen this movie,
don't see it.
This movie's one of the grossest, most horrifying, most twisted things I've ever watched. And I seen that one video a long time ago with the girls in that cup. And this one we followed this podcast.
Don't mention that.
Who interviews interesting internet people. Imagine like a Joe Rogan, but instead of interviewing Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's interviewing the D's Nuts guy. And one day when he's scheduled to interview this guy from Canada, things go left. It turns out the dude he came to interview, sadly, passed away.
Oh,
RIP.
man.
But don't worry, things were about to change for Wallace. Really change. Because while taking a leak in the bathroom, Wallace sees an ad written by an old man named Howard, who in exchange for some help around his crib offers a place to stay, rent-free, and more importantly to Wallace, he offers some interesting stories. An ad you found in a public bathroom?
Facts.
Not sketchy at all, you gotta love it. When Wallace arrives at Mr. Howard's crib though,
that's crazy.
It was chill. Mr. Howard shows him around the house. They drink tea and share stories. This is exactly what Wallace needed for his podcast. But among those stories shared, there was one story that stood out. Howard told a story about a walrus he met that saved his life.
Oh no.
Mr. Tusk. That's an odd story. But before you can hear the rest of the story, Wallace's vision gets blurry.
You've been drugged, my brother.
Passes out. Oh boy, here we go. Last chance to leave, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Wallace wakes up after passing out and sees that his leg is gone. And that's only the start, because Mr. Howard over here isn't exactly all right in the head. On top of the fact that he clearly was the one that spiked Wallace's drink, this dude has some sort of sick obsession with that walrus he met years ago. And in an effort to relive the glory days, Mr. Howard, Mr. Howard turns Wallace
into a walrus. Bro, I remember I seen it on Netflix, bro.
I might have to just blur the whole screen or black and white it. But Howard does some human centipede type stuff and puts Wallace in a walrus suit.
Insane, bro.
This is... I literally got nauseous my first time seeing this.
Yeah, it's pretty
Howard
nasty.
was so obsessed with that walrus he met that he's been trying to recreate him by kidnapping people and doing this to them. Yeah, Wallace isn't his first victim. And that's literally the whole film. Wallace gets turned into a walrus and Howard makes him act as such. No talking, making him eat fish, trying to make him swim. Why did y'all do this to me? Eventually we do see Wallace murk Howard after Howard wanted to give Wallace a chance to fight. Because apparently that Mr. Tusk walrus he was bleeding so much earlier because he saved him or whatever. Yeah, Howard ate him and he feels guilty about it. So now he's like pretending Wallace is Mr. Tusk. What is this? How
you gonna eat my man like that?
Wallace kills him. In his dying breath, he deems Wallace being worthy of being called Mr. Tusk. Who made this? Saddest part is none of that mattered.
That's a great question.
At the end of the movie, he doesn't even get to turn back to normal. Instead, we see his girlfriend, probably not his girlfriend no more, let's be honest, come visit him at an animal exhibit. Yeah. They put this dude in the zoo, which is like, one, did they even try to take him out the suit maybe? And two, what kind of zoo is gonna keep this thing? GG's. This one ends with his girlfriend and his friend leaving him after feeding him a fish. Yo, that's so foul.
You can't make this up, bro. The final shot
of the movie is Wallace the walrus now shedding a tear. Yeah, this was weird. That was pretty much all the movies I wanted to
like, this take me out, bro.
Comment down below the movie you thought was the weirdest. And let me know if y'all think we beat last time. I love think Tusk is weirder than Good Boy, but
I think so.
I don't know if it's weirder
agree.
than Strange Thing about the Johnson. I don't know. Also, guys,
I try to forget about that one.
Comment down below some good would you rather questions. I low-key been feeling like doing one of those videos one of these days, so give me some good ones. And moral of the story?
Yeah, what's the moral? Please.
We have Doom Buggy.
Shout out to DerekFDB. Go smash that sub button over there, bro. Man, if y'all haven't seen the Tusk, don't go see it, man. Do yourself a favor and don't go see it. Now, I haven't heard a few of these movies. The old movie, it look sound interesting. I look feel like I would have liked that one if I seen it. Donnie Darko, that one's confusing. That one's very confusing. Now that he gave that illustration though, it did make more sense. So I wouldn't have put it on this list, but you know, it is what it is. I think the last video had weirder movies as a whole, but the weirdest movie out of all this group was definitely Tusk movie, bro. Because why did he turn that man to a seal? And why did that? It was just so. I remember when I seen it on Netflix, I was like, this is some of the nastiest things I've ever seen in my life. But y'all got any weird movies that y'all seen that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't mention yet? Y'all can recommend it down below. If y'all ain't in my Discord, join my Discord, that like button, that sub button. Today is Sunday. The Ravens is playing right now, but I said I gotta get a video for y'all. So I'm about to end this video, edit it, and I'm watching my Ravens game. We out here.